welcome back to Take a Sip podcast. I'm Leche.
And I'm Tito.
I know Tito's been a while since we did our last podcast
Episode,
and yeah. So our excuse for that. So I mean, one, we want to apologize for taking this long to come back to it for sure. But it's been a hectic couple of weeks. Honestly, we've been going back and forth that we should do it this week or that week, and one forgets or the other person just doesn't reply or whatever. Because we've been busy, honestly.
Yeah,
Work's been hectic for both of us.
And unforeseen circumstances have also popped up recently as well. So
yeah. So if anything, it kind of feels like we're kind of squeezing this one in a little bit.
Yeah,
definitely feels like that for sure. But hopefully we can, find a rhythm to get back into it for sure. I know work for me, at least, it might hopefully start slowing down a little bit. I doubt it. But usually in the springtime, end of spring, is when I start getting a load off a little bit. So hopefully that works out for me. I know, Tito, for you, it's always busy no matter what, unfortunately. So
yeah, that comes with the restaurant life, unfortunately.
Yeah. So we just wanted to give a quick update on that, on where we've been and why we haven't been posted the last couple of weeks. But hopefully you guys missed us and we could get back into the actual grind of stuff.
Yes.
Starting off with, Tito, what are you drinking today, bro?
I am drinking a Dunkin' Donuts strawberry dragon fruit refresher. And yes, I am going to say it all because I am a massive Dunkin' Donuts fan, if you do not know. So
yeah. And it's funny because the opposite of what you're drinking, I'm drinking Starbucks. I'm drinking a grande iced coffee, cold brew specifically, with vanilla pumps because that's how I like my coffee. Black, no cream too. So.
Black, no cream.
Yeah, coffee this late is kind of weird to drink, honestly, but I fall asleep evenly, even with caffeine or not. So
yeah, weird.
But yeah, we have some good stories. Hopefully these stories aren't too outdated. Some are actually about to come as recent as next week for us as a recording of this. So 4/6, April 6th. So
yes,
some of them are still probably months away or even a year away from coming out. So, but we got some good stories, honestly. Stories that I'm actually pretty hyped about, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna start with a game. We're gonna start with our gaming stuff. We got actual confirmation and trailers and stuff like that of Dead Island 2. So we actually got an extended gameplay trailer, which looks exciting. I know me and some other clanmates are definitely planning to buy this game because it is a very fun game, and we even went back to replay the original Dead Island, and it was really fun. So we're caught up in the story and all that stuff, so we're not that behind on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is looking very, I don't know how to explain it, but it looks fucking good. You get me? It's corny at the same time, but it's a good corny, if that makes sense.
Yes. No, and like you said, it definitely looks much better for a zombie game. It looks really good, right? Where the whole world has to be, not the whole world, but the environment you're in, waiting for your rescue. It looks fucking great still because it technically takes part in an island resort type of area.
So Dead Island 2 takes place in LA.
Oh, is it LA?
It's LA, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I remember. I'm forgetting the trailer. Yeah, but so imagine Los Angeles. Big buildings, big areas, lots of people with big personalities and fashion trends, right? And then just seeing these zombies walk around and still hold those personalities in a way as their bodies are decaying and destroyed. Fucking looks awesome. The weapons as well look fucking incredible, and it looks like it's just from the trailer, it's looking smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's the hope, right? For now, that's the sad part about video games is your hope it comes out smooth. That's how the trailer shows it.
Exactly.
But man, yeah, I'm excited for it because I'm a big fan of zombie games. Honestly, I'm a huge fan of it. Dead Island for sure was one of the first few Steam games I got when I got my PC. I was able to play it. I was even actually able to play it back when I first got it on the Xbox 360. So that's when I first initially played it, but I was never able to beat it at that time for some reason. Maybe because I was too distracted with a game we should not name, you know. Um, um, but yeah, I'm definitely excited. I know this has an April launch as well. It's end of April. I believe it's April 21st, if I remember correctly. Is that the date you have there, or 23rd?
I believe 21st.
Hell yeah. I remember specifically because I have that shit like literally like ready to buy, you know, like type of mindset. Of course, if I'm able to in the first place. But yeah, definitely excited. I know the weapons are interesting and new this time around because I know in the first game it was like you're able to craft and shit like that.
Yes.
Like weapons, like, you know, the claws with the lightning and shit like that. They're bringing pretty much the same premise to this, but it looks like there's more firearms this time around, like different firearms as well, which I'm actually hyped for.
Yeah, and I mean, being based in LA, right? Like even with GTA Los Santos, which is based off of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see all these fire ranges, fire shops for firearms and all that stuff. So yeah, definitely bringing pistols in it sounds like the most logical thing, right? Because it's what we're currently living in. Not to bring up other stuff that's happening with us still. But yeah, and then I believe they're bringing some weapons that are like named after a couple of Dead Island 1 characters, just because it's been so long. Yeah. So it's kind of like, hey, remember Anne? This was her sledgehammer or whatever the fuck she used, which you can now like craft or something. So yeah.
Let's hope that they bring stuff like that, like stuff references from the first game into this one would be fantastic for sure.
Exactly.
But yeah, that game, looking forward to it. But not as much as this one, this next game that definitely got me super fucking hyped. Tito, it should get you hyped, dude.
Oh, it has.
This brings back so many memories of back when I used to live in Springfield, back when it was back on the PS2.
Springfield, Massachusetts, by the way.
Springfield, Massachusetts, not Illinois.
Not Illinois, Springfield, Massachusetts.
But we got an official teaser that they are making Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 4, which is insane. It baffles my mind that I even said that statement because we thought this franchise by itself, the Budokai series, was over.
Was over at 3.
Budokai 3 came out.
Yeah.
So this is definitely fucking hype, dude.
Yeah.
Because who knows how long, and they said too in the trailer, or I believe I read somewhere, this is back to form of how that used to be. Like the fighting style and the combat, how it was back in that PS2 era, is coming back for this game entirely.
Oh my
so it's not going to be like the Xenomorph or whatever the fuck it's called, Xenoverse. It's not like that, pretty much.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah,
it's not like a platformer. It's that open world rotational camera type of one.
It's not that.
No?
It's like, yeah, my bad. It is like that. Sorry.
Yeah, I was saying.
Xenoverse is like that. Xeno, whatever.
Xeno is platformer, side to side only.
No, it's not. No, that's Z Fighter.
Oh,
Z Fighter was one platform. Like, that's it.
Then I don't know what I'm talking about.
But yeah, but this, definitely fucking hype. I'm definitely excited to see how far this one goes. Like storyline wise, is and how big the roster is gonna be because how many characters they added throughout the years, dude.
Exactly. Because
my God.
Yeah, because Dragon Ball at least does it right with like, unlike Mortal Kombat, right, where they switch out the roster and only maintain it to like your limited 20. I believe Dragon Ball does the thing where kind of like where what Naruto Ninja Storm does, that it maintains everyone ever in the roster that you could like play as. Like even if they bring them in after as DLC characters or just slowly add them after with updates.
Yeah, they're still in the game.
They're still in the game, and all their variations, like Janemba's cartoon variations, right? But you could select like all of Vegeta's regular Vegeta or Majin Vegeta, then there's Super Saiyan versions.
So that's what I'm interested in, like, just to find out. I mean, we haven't read too much into it because they barely just teased it to us.
Yeah.
But I hope the roster is substantial. And then, of course, that means it's going to include Super Saiyan. It's going to include Dragon Ball Super characters, like, entirely. So my interest is it going to include the entire roster of the fucking tournament of power? Like,
Yeah.
all those universes characters, is it including all of those guys too? Because that would be insane if it does.
Yeah, because that's a huge roster right there.
There's gonna be a roster of like, dude, I don't even, a ballpark of like 120 characters minimally.
Okay,
if depending on where they start, right?
But that's what I'm saying too. Are all those 120 like
I'm talking about
major characters, right?
Yes.
I'm talking about major characters.
Yeah.
Not just like quick ones that have like one or two lines and get their asses handed to them.
And I'm not even including like Super Saiyan Vegeta and Super Majin Vegeta. Like, that's not in two different characters. I'm talking about individual character like Vegeta, Goku, like that. I'm guessing 120 minimally, not including their Super Saiyan forms or anything like that.
Okay.
Or transformations. That's the word I was looking for. So I'm saying that's 120 characters solid, not including transformation.
Okay. I think what I was confused was that you brought up the.
No, if we're including transformation, it's over. It's well.
No. The way you worded it was like you were saying, in this new past series of Dragon Ball Z that we just got.
Oh no, I'm talking
that
about
they were like that was 120 new characters, not included with the old school roster.
In Tournament of Power, I believe it was 10 per universe, and it was universes 12 to 4 or 5. So just multiply that, how many universes that 50. Is. That's what? That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 8 times, that's 80 characters.
80 characters. But not all of those 80 characters showed up or had a major role to do with our main characters, right?
But at the same time, some of these past games for Dragon Ball Z, like Xenoverse 2, included those characters, even if they were very minor and they only showed up like for 10 seconds to die. You get me? To get booted off immediately.
But that was this Dragon Ball Z, no. I doubt they would take that into affiliation with Budokai Tenkaichi, because as we've seen with the
story goes, yeah,
true. But I'm saying with at least Tenkaichi, how it's been anyways has always been those major characters that we know and love. Because I don't even think we fight as like the pig guy, right?
Yeah.
So I'm saying, and he's there a majority of the fucking show anyways, but we never fight as him, or like Mr. Popo. But like they're major characters, but they don't really fight like that. So I'm saying in Tenkaichi, I don't think they take those 2 lines and then get their butts handed to them into consideration, unless they wanted to do something cool with the character of like a different type of fighting moves or fighting style that we haven't seen before. Because as we've seen with Budokai Tenkaichi, we have like our speed fighters like Birder and Kid Buu,
we're gonna have
our heavy hitters.
Yeah, no. But the thing is, even if you remember in Budokai Tenkaichi 3, we even have very minor characters that barely showed up, bro. Do you remember, like, what's his name? I remember how to spell his name, but I forgot how to pronounce it. P-U-I? U, or whatever the fuck his name is. I? It's P-U-I. That's how you spell his name. I just don't know. I forgot how to spell it. It's that purple alien guy. He comes out literally for like, even in the show, he only showed up for like 2 episodes or 3 episodes or something like that. And they still included his ass in Budokai Tenkaichi 3. His name is Pew. Yeah, Pew.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
So he's a very, very minor character, and they still included his ass inside the game. You get me?
Did they? I don't remember this
They
character
did.
in it.
Dude, I looked up how many characters there was just on Budokai Tenkaichi 3. There was 161 characters, bro. That includes transformations, of course, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So I think the roster, not including transformations, is probably going to be around 160 as well.
Oh, sure.
Or maybe a little bit less without transformations. With transformations, it probably skyrockets to like 200, 220 characters.
Yeah.
If they include everyone.
Yeah.
And I think you're right though, because I don't think they're going to include every single character, minor character like that. They're probably going to include like the ones we actually fought in the tournament, like Jiren, the three freaking love characters, what are they called? The ones that transform as well.
Oh yeah.
The ones with the hearts and shit. Like they're gonna include those guys as well.
But like you said, even those 3 are still more major than the other 7 that came with them, right?
Exactly. That's what because I think from that universe, I think we got to actually fuck around with 8 of the 10. I think, if I remember correctly. I mean, it's hard to remember.
And it's also going to be...
You get what I mean, though. The roster is going to be enormous for Budokai Tenkaichi.
And that's what I'm saying. It's also going to be... I doubt they're going to include all of those characters, because like you said, Pew or Pewee.
Pew.
I doubt they'll take him under reconsideration. Are people going to remember this character enough for us to add him again to the roster?
I mean, we barely remembered it back then, and they included it. You get me? So it's like, who knows what they're gonna throw at us this time?
True,
that's what I'm hyped for, because I know the roster, no matter what, is gonna be fucking huge.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be obvious. But I'm saying we might be seeing characters missing or not coming back again, because they're probably gonna take under hard consideration what they're gonna add. If it's a game that's obviously updated now with new gen consoles and stuff that has to include online, is that going to be issues? How many gigabytes is it going to be in total? Right? Then the actual story mode.
That wise, the nice thing about like the Dragon Ball Z games, they never take up as much space because they don't go by realism. They don't go that crazy graphics. You get me?
Yeah.
Like Call of Duty does and shit like that. So that I'm not worried about the space or anything like that, because it's not a big game. So regardless, I don't think it's gonna be a huge game. Even with they got 1,000 characters, and the way their art style is, because it's an anime, it's not gonna be crazy huge of a game.
True, but you also have to remember, even though it's not fully like that, Dragon Ball Z has upgraded, right, visually, anyways, from what it was before to what it is now.
I was talking about,
and it has to be able to come. True, excuse me, but it now has to be able to compete with all other fighting games out there. Because, like we said before, we have Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. Wow, what's wrong with my throat? Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and all these other fighting games all coming out at the same time. So
that's true.
It has to figure out an update to be able to compete.
No, I hate to say it like this, but the Dragon Ball Z fans is a niche freaking fan base to get to, but man, it is a hardcore fan base. Like it is, I feel like it's hard to like really fuck it up, if you get what I mean. So I feel like they can't really fuck it up like that.
That's true. The Dragon Ball Z community is a little bit more forgiving when it comes to stuff like this, but there are still
there's hardcore
high standards because of, like I said, everything that's coming out that's a fighting style type of game. What am I really going to spend my time and money on? Like, is there replayability? Obviously, there is, with different characters that you can play with, especially with such a big roster like that, right? Compared to a Street Fighter roster. But yeah, it all just also depends on, is it smooth? Is it visually appealing?
One thing I can tell that this game is going to have that the rest have already, and there's no way they could like mess it up, except for, I think, Z Fighter. That's the only game that I remember recently that doesn't have this, but every other one has had it. Create your own fighter.
Ooh.
So I'm hoping that has this in it, because if it does, it's already a good selling point in my opinion. It's already like, hey, you have the roster of 100 plus characters, or you could build your own and you get to customize them how you look, how he looks. He's an alien, a robot, whatever the fuck you get me. You could put the legs of a human, arms of a fucking robot, dragon head, shit like that. Because we've seen all those characters in the show.
That's true.
So like, dude, and then on top of that, for example, you do have a character, you're able to do multiple characters. Forget about it. The replayability is like ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's if they do that, of course.
If they do that, yeah.
Because if they don't, that's a missed opportunity. It's still going to be good, but they fucked up on that.
But it's also if they do that, and how is this character like fully playable? You get me? Where it's like, I hate coming back to this, but like, Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Here, create your character, but you can only use it when you're in the fighting PvP area. You cannot use it in the story.
Oh, I would assume that you can't use it in the story. I wouldn't want to use my playable character in the story, though. You get me? Because it would drive me away from the actual main thing, unless it's a new story and you're time traveling. Like, it's nothing new in that universe to time travel.
Yeah.
Unless it's like that and you're there to save or, prevent shit to happen and shit.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that too. Create my character being the character out there stopping or preventing shit from happening.
But even so, there have been some games as well where you can create a character. It is implemented into the main storyline, which we already know the storyline of, because it has been it's an adaptation of a show or a movie, right? But it's like you follow the same storyline. There's just now an extra body, and the dialogue does very well of still keeping it very open, of you're talking to the group, but no one specific, but it's your character, but not your character. Does that make sense?
No, that makes sense. I like how we're playing like back and forth, fiddle and win, because you're playing like devil's advocate. Like, I'm hyping it up, but you're bringing it down to reality again, which is good. Honestly, that's perfect. Honestly, that is perfect. No, but I understand, and that's true. That's what I'm saying. Like, you get good points, and like at the same time, I'm hyping it up. Hopefully, it gets to that point. But let's be real. Like, games nowadays, I wouldn't be surprised if there's like, quote unquote, like character packs, and each pack is worth like $20 for like 3 characters. You get me?
Yeah.
And you only get like 20 characters from the get go, and then you have to buy the season pass, and that brings you 5 characters extra. I wouldn't be surprised.
No.
At this point.
I wouldn't even be surprised if there was
out with a full roster like from launch. Forget about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Especially like they're somehow gonna implement that what is the thing that everything has that we have in Destiny now? Overwatch does it. Season passes. Yeah,
the season passes. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, dude.
And all you're getting is like costumes, like what Overwatch does now.
Yeah. I mean, cosmetics are never like a bad thing. I don't care if it's cosmetics, because I give 2 shits about that. But if they tie, characters behind that, that's when it's concerning. You get me?
Yeah.
And in my opinion, dude, I don't know if Dragon Ball Z has done that in the past. Did they lock characters behind a paywall? They did, right?
I don't think so, because, well,
no, they did. They
probably
did
Z Fighter, but that's what I'm saying. Z Fighter is still kind of newish. If we're going like even before that, no, because there was not like these online services that we have now for video games.
True.
Like all of this is still just fairly recent, but they are going to do it for the main character or some characters that people just want to play, or collectors like me, where you have to have every single character there.
Like I wish these games, like it was back how it was back then. Like, if you want to unlock certain characters, you got to do like challenges within the game, like get, block 30 times, parry 60 times and shit like that to unlock. As an example, like Beerus, you get me?
Yeah.
Or complete the game on hard difficulty to unlock, Super Saiyan, whatever, Ultra Instinct fucking Goku. You get me? Something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I wish that, hopefully it's like that. But man, knowing nowadays how games are and shit, greedy as fuck, they won't do that.
Yeah.
It's all going to be paywalled and shit. And you're barely going to get the basic characters.
Those were the days. Yeah. Complete chapter 1-5 on triple S mode and you unlock Beerus or whatever.
Back then, I remember you used to lock the Batara earrings for like extra boosts for your characters. Extra, like health and shit like
XP
that.
XP and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, oh shit, like it would be nice if something like that was back in the game.
Yeah.
Like you actually had to fucking grind. We'll see, dude.
We'll see.
They know what the community wants, and hopefully they deliver, bro.
Well, I mean,
look at this segment for a long time, though.
I was gonna say
that's how you can tell how excited we are for this shit. So. But now going into our next subjects, we're going into movies now. That was our gaming section. For movies, we got word. This intrigued me when you posted this because I'm like, wow.
Wow.
I didn't think they would make an actual movie about this, but Tito posted here for us that they gave a poster of a movie of Bob Ross that we will be getting soon, starring Owen Wilson. So that's going to be interesting for sure. One, because Bob Ross is a legendary painter that I think people love more about than anything else. But people back when it first came out in I think it was late 90s or early 90s.
I think so.
His program showed up. We're in tune to watch it, of course, because I think that was the early version of ASMR, honestly.
Yeah.
That we go now. But people learned how to paint because of him, though.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
It's how to put it. It's not exactly a Bob. So the movie's called Paint, right? But the movie's not based off Bob Ross.
He just plays Bob Ross in the movie.
No. Owen Wilson plays a character called Carl Nargle, who has a lot of similarities to Bob Ross.
I thought it was a Bob Ross movie, like just highlighting his life, like a biopic.
I think that's what they're trying to go for, but they're still taking creative liberties with it. So that's why they're changing it up to not say this is fully Bob Ross's story.
It's like how do I say?
Bob Ross an adaptation of the Bob Ross story, I think.
Yeah. So it's like an adaptation. There you go. That's the word. Yeah. I mean, still.
Don't fully take my word on that. This is from the bit of research I've done. But yes, I believe it. He's named Carl Nargle, who has striking similarities to Bob Ross.
And supposedly it comes out April 7th. So technically tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
What the fucking I don't think I've seen anything. Nothing about this.
I think I've only seen one trailer.
I don't even think I've seen a trailer for this. Are they like under promising this movie? It could be one of those movies that like Golden Globe nominated, type of shit that
and like nobody watches
and shit. Yeah,
and they're just like, what is this movie? And then everybody watches it.
Yeah, it could be like that too. It could be like, we don't know shit about it, and then when it actually comes out, there's gonna be one or two fucking influencers that fucking watch it and they're like, oh, this movie's actually pretty good. People go watch it and just gets skyrocketed up in fame and shit.
Yeah.
One of those things, so. Owen Wilson, though. Love that guy. He's funny as hell, dude.
Yes.
I can't take him seriously for some of these movies for sure. I know when he's like serious in certain movies, but man, it is hard to get past his fucking face sometimes. I'm not trying to be fucked up. Not trying to be mean or anything.
No, but you're right. You
get what I mean, though.
Yes. Because it's not exactly like you said, not to sound fucked up, he doesn't have a face that just hides or blends in with everybody when you put him in a crowd. You can see like Owen Wilson and say that's Owen Wilson, yes.
Surprisingly, the two actors that I thought would like make it a little bit like, oh, because they're comedians, they stick out more when it comes to a serious movie. But surprisingly do it fucking so fantastically in like dramas and shit like that. One, Adam Sandler. fucking phenomenal at dramas. Like
Yes.
his acting chops are fucking ridiculous. And second, of course, is fucking Jim Carrey.
Yep.
Jim Carrey,
Yep.
bro. Oh my god, dude. His range is ridiculous, but we all know him as like, you know, a comedian.
Yes.
Sadly.
Yeah. But that goes back to the whole thing of putting actors into boxes, right?
Yeah, what is it called? Typecasting? Yeah.
Typecasting in a way where, like, we bring him up all the time. Robert Pattinson. We think of Robert Pattinson, we think of Twilight and Edward Cullen.
I know more, at least in my mind.
Well, but I'm saying a majority of America, right? But then we see him now as Batman and in all these other incredible movies, like what was that black and white one, The Lighthouse or something like that. And this man's acting range is fucking phenomenal. And like you said, Jim Carrey. We know Jim Carrey as a comedian with The Mask and Ace Ventura. But the man has so much more to offer and to give. And same thing with Adam Sandler, like you said.
Man, more the one that makes me more like, oh, like the way Jim Carrey in one, I forgot what movie, but he was in a dark place when he made this movie. So like, and it fucking showed, bro. You get me? Like he did a performance that it was so fucking insane. I forgot what the movie's called, but man, it is ridiculous, man. Like you feel for it.
Oh, I know.
Because I know he went years without acting or anything because he was like in a very. He said it himself that he was under like depression and shit.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it's about
I know which one
he
you're
forgets
trying to
everything
say.
and shit. Yeah, like it's sad. Like it's a sad movie.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is a good time for a little break before we come back.
Yeah, for sure. And we're back from that small break there. Now, picking up from where we left off, that Bob Ross movie comes out supposedly tomorrow.
As well. Okay, cool.
What? Just leave it off of that.
Okay.
For people who forgot. But this week that we got was I was not expecting to get this. DC has officially gave us the official trailer for Blue Beetle.
See.
And first, I want to hear your thoughts on it before I give my thoughts.
Okay. I mean, I don't fully remember if this was how Jaime got Blue Beetle. I think this is a cinematic liberty that they're taking on, not fully based off comic, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it does also seem like it's Blue Beetle is a very comedic character that we know. He's always the funny, quick-witted, kind of like the Flash is, where the Flash is always like the funny one, makes the jokes and like a serious moment.
Adult. Blue Beetle's like the funny kid, pretty much.
Yes.
Or funny teen.
Yes. I kind of like the trailer because it is also another thing of like seeing how actual Spanish culture is, right? And we kind of do get a little bit of that bilingualness in it, which is who Jaime Blue Beetle is. He's a very bilingual character, or as we call it, Spanglish. It was also funny to see. I think George Lopez has kind of become like, or was what The Rock is now, where it's like you couldn't go a couple of films without seeing George Lopez somehow in the title, right?
Yeah.
But to see George Lopez in this, I'm kind of excited for, because I feel like George wouldn't take away from what the full film is, centered on Jaime learning this alien tech, adapting to his new powers, and whoever our antagonist is, I feel like he is just gonna amplify the eyes and the viewers to watch this, right? And give Blue Beetle a little bit more hype than what he originally has been, like, because we do know him as a future Teen Titan or Young Justice character. But I personally love Blue Beetle. I'm super excited for this show. No, well, for this movie. So I have high hopes for this as a massive Blue Beetle fan.
Yeah. So I'm gonna almost. Huh?
I was like,
I'm gonna shatter that real quick. So I'm excited that they made Blue Beetle for sure. Like, it's hype as shit for sure. And honestly, aesthetically, it looks fucking fantastic. I'm gonna give it that right off the rip. It looks fantastic. I like that it's a Spanish character for sure. On top of that, actually, I think it's one of the very few actual Hispanic heroes that we get an actual interpretation for, which is very huge. Yes. And I'm excited that it's Blue Beetle first. You know, it's not the first like hero villain that we get. Technically speaking, the biggest that we gone so far is Neymar from Wakanda Forever.
Yep.
He's the biggest one that we've seen so far. But the one thing that people already caught like this off the wind, and I caught it too immediately, is the story plot.
I know.
Yeah. The story, you already could tell what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Even before you do anything. And that's already worrying me. Like, off the rip. I'm like, oh my goodness. It is a generic superhero movie, unfortunately. And I hate saying it like that.
I know.
Because I want this to succeed. And of course, unfortunately, DC at this moment has to play it safe.
Yeah.
Is it going to be a great movie? I think it's still going to be good. It's going to be a fun movie for sure. I'm not denying that it's not going to be fun. But is it going to be, up there incredible? Is it going to be an amazing movie? No. It's not going to be as good as for DC standards, right? It's not going to be like Man of Steel, or it's not going to be like Aquaman, like the first Aquaman movie. It's not going to be fantastic. You get me?
Yeah.
It's not going to blow anything out of the water. It's still going to be good. It's still going to make millions of dollars. I'm not going to doubt that for sure. But it is a generic story. They had to play it safe.
It's not even that. It's not the whole just playing it safe, but it's the typical trope of, here is a normal person, stumbles upon a magical item, a space weapon, falls into a vat of something, gets bit into a spider. Oh, now they have powers. Here is the journey of them learning to control their powers. Here is a bad guy. Bad guy attacks regular basic city. Newfound superhero now has to protect said family and friends of said bad guy.
If you think about it, even how you just worded it, I would think you're explaining Shazam.
Not just Shazam. Well, think about it. Not just Shazam, but She-Hulk and Miss Marvel, and
especially Miss Marvel. That's
I know.
Damn, you see what I mean? Like, it's so. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Most heroes do get their powers that way. I'm not gonna say that it's a lie.
But it's different when it is Batman, when it is Superman, when it is.
I'm talking about the minor characters. There's minor characters that definitely got their startup more interesting.
Yes, like even just the basic 5 of Teen Titans have more of an influential story than all the other branch offs that we see in future Titans and future Young Justice.
Blue Beetle is one of those like one-off characters a little bit. He is not.
No, he is. Along with what's his name? Firestorm, the one who's
Firestorm too. Yeah,
the professor and the kid who fused together.
Firestorm. Yeah, he's a lesser known superhero, but he's bigger now because of that show and because of the video game and stuff.
Yeah.
Same thing with Blue Beetle. Yeah. Definitely got him more hype. The thing about Blue Beetle too, we're getting this Hispanic version because I think the original one, it was actually a white guy.
No, it's always been a Hispanic character.
No, the original, like I'm talking about like when it first came out, It was never a Hispanic. I don't think it was some white dude. Because this is the
Was
newer Blue
it?
Beetle. This is the Beetle that I think that got launched with the new 52 or whatever the fuck it's called. Because the OG Blue Beetle was not Hispanic, I'm pretty sure, and he didn't have the
You're
blue,
right.
and he didn't have the blue cover up mask or anything like that. It was an open mask, like an
Yeah.
open thing. So,
Yeah,
and
you're right.
yeah. So for context, so for a little bit on that. So I don't know. I'm like I said, I'm still excited to watch it. I'll watch it because this movie looks more interesting, honestly, than the Shazam one, in my
Yes.
opinion. But
Yeah, especially when they kind of gave away the whole story of Shazam and like the first two trailers that
yeah,
came
that
out.
was the unfortunate part. They already like ruined it like automatically. What I'm more interested for DC right now is how that Aquaman is gonna do
That one's going to be interesting. Well, literally
for a number of reasons.
these first few projects that come out from DC are going to be very interesting to see what sort of editing takes and storyline they're going with to try to fit it in with whatever future plans they have now with the whole Flashpoint thing happening, right?
Well, yeah, we have the Flash movie coming up too. I forgot.
Yeah.
Depending on how that movie goes and Aquaman goes, I think James Gunn did confirm that Flash is going to be the reset button. But
Yes. Yeah, he did say it. We said it a couple of times last time we brought that up.
yeah,
So
no, we were theorizing, but we were waiting for him to confirm it. We
he
were
did
theorizing that should be it.
he did confirm it though, in that like video he put out explaining, and then every other project they have already aligned forward
Oh, okay.
with all these other comic
Maybe I
adaptations.
was caught off guard then. Okay, but yeah, I
Yeah,
think you're right. I think you're right. He did say it then.
I'm pretty sure he did. I'm very, I don't know why I have strong feelings towards he said something of, yeah, that the Flashpoint Flash movie is going to be like the reset.
Well, I know he said that the movie is the Flashpoint movie. You got me? Like,
Yes.
I know
Yeah.
he said that, but I don't know if he said if that's the reset button for the entirety of DC.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Maybe that's his way of saying it is a reset
Yeah.
button.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
I mean,
Now
we'll
I'm
see.
very
We'll see.
confused on it, but
Me too. Yeah. Like now I'm confused. I
I
need to watch that video one more
yeah,
time just in case.
but I hope it is, because
It needs.
I'm pretty sure we said it. We're, well, I don't know about you, but I'm a bigger DC fan than I am
No, no, we
Marvel
both said it.
fan. Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
no,
we have said it.
bro. DC is way better. Like, dude, they fucked up.
I
How they
know
fucked up
from the
with DC,
beginning
bro.
they fucked up, because
Because
if
they could
they
have outplayed Marvel so fucking hard, dude.
100%.
Their characters are way more interesting, dude. Or at least in my
Yes,
opinion, they are.
I think so. I think there are two.
So
I know. It's,
yeah, man, we'll see, man.
I still have high hopes for Blue Beetle, hoping it works out.
Oh,
But
but it's gonna work out. Like I said, it's gonna work out, dude. But it's not gonna be top tier movie.
I know, but I also don't want him to fully play it safe.
Yeah,
get
you
me?
wanted to take a little risk. You get me? Like,
So
hey,
it has
make it
something
spicy. Yeah.
so it has something to stand out to all the other generic first class basic
And when I say make it
superhero.
spicy, I don't mean add Hispanics, but
Well, that's picante.
yeah.
Just add some tajin to it.
Yeah, well, Blue Beetle, it's definitely gonna bang though. It's gonna be a good movie. I'm
Mhm.
down to go and watch that in the theaters for sure. It's gonna be a fun movie to watch regardless. I
Yes.
just hope it's not shit. You get me? Like ooh, like what they showed in the trailers that is as best it's gonna get. You get me?
Yeah.
That's what I hope it doesn't show up. Okay.
Well, while we're still in the movie section, I did finally go see Avatar: Way of the Water. If I could review that quickly.
Yeah, go for it. I heard it was good. But I heard at the same time, if you didn't watch the first one, you were so fucking lost in the sauce.
Yes, if you did not watch the first one, the second one's going to be very confusing, because it technically literally follows up a few years after the first one ends. Then besides that, visually, it is still it is what we know of the first original Avatar. I would say it is upped a little bit. It is still that same visually appealing type of thing, but story wise, it is kind of
lackluster.
Kind of lackluster. There are some moments that you are like, oh my gosh, what's happening? Who's this character? Did they have anything to do with this other character? Oh my gosh, what the fuck? Like, where'd you come from? Right? It is a little confusing, but like I said, I watched it in an IMAX 3D.
So you had like the full experience from it.
Yes,
in that sense.
I will say the entire time I'm watching it, I'm like, this is just a video game. All the video game cutscenes put together.
Oh, it felt like that. That's a bad feeling.
It looked very video game-ish.
Yeah.
So I kept turning to the person I went to go watch it with. I was like, I'm getting video game vibes off of this, and she was like, yeah, me too. We were both like, what is happening? We both enjoyed it. Like I said, it is a very, very visually appealing film.
With your controller, like, when can I skip this cutscene?
Hold B to skip. I do recommend to go watch it if maybe like at home, don't fully waste the movie theater experience, right? To go. But I do definitely think if you did enjoy Avatar 1, you are going to enjoy Way of the Water.
Oh, that's good to know. At least you have a caveat to that.
Yeah. And it's definitely like a pretty movie to watch and kind of zone out
visual aspect to it.
Yes. It is a little longer than I expected. I do think it's like 2.5 hours long.
I thought it was like 3 hours. I think you were about to tell me. I mean, the first one was like 3 hours, right?
Yeah. I don't fully remember, but we were both, when we watched the movie, we were like, what time is it? And I think we went to go watch it at like 7 and we were getting out, or like it started like at 7:45 and we were getting out at
1 a.m.
No, 1 a.m. I was like, not another Justice League film out here, right?
Oh my god.
But yeah, we were getting out of theaters at like 10:30ish or something. No, not 10:30. Almost 10 o'clock. Like it was a weird time frame.
The time zone.
Yeah, time difference. Jet lag. But yeah, still a very pretty film. I still give it 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, it was very mixed because I heard more good than bad though, which is good. You got me.
Yeah.
No, I mean, same thing with the Mario movie. A lot of good shit. I heard like very nostalgic. Like if you play the video games, like there's so many references that it's a fun movie. It's nothing groundbreaking. This premise is so simple, they said, but it's supposed to be a kid movie, so of course it's supposed to be simple, the premise.
Yeah.
But for like us, like it's not meant for us. You get me? It's not for us.
That's dumb because it has to be for us. Huh? I was the one who played Jumpman.
No. But yeah, I heard it's a fun movie though. So that's good to hear too. So.
Okay.
Now to the exciting parts, bro.
The real meat of the episode.
In my opinion, the real fucking meat for sure. Yeah. Seriously. The big fucking ribeye right here. Which one do you want to start? I'll give you the option, dude. Red or blue, because you know I'll go off the pictures that we have here. Red or blue?
I say go blue first. To be honest,
blue first. Yeah. He's the red one more excited, right?
Yeah.
But yes, so we are getting new seasons of these 2 animes that we've been following so fucking closely that it's a shame, and I'm embarrassed of how much we've been following it.
Honestly. Yes,
especially
but at the same time, hell no.
Why wouldn't you, right?
Why wouldn't we be following this?
Dude, surprisingly, this one specifically, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, this anime, in my opinion, blew up so fucking fast, dude. People, literally that first season, within that month of it first coming out, dude, there was so much hype. People were like, yo, this is the next, you know, top tier anime, bro.
Yes.
Now I'm like, yes. Yeah, I was like, yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Even off the first like 2 episodes, I was like, yeah, this is it, bro. This is the shit, dude.
Is
What
that
the
so
fuck?
bad? Is that so bad?
Yeah, like who are you blaming here, dude?
Literally.
But yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen season two, sorry, is announced to come out. I don't know if it's this month, but it's spring. I know it's spring.
Yes, I know it's spring. I don't think
I
I
think it might be
saw an
like
official date.
May or end of May or something like that. But yes, season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen is coming finally. Still haven't seen the movie. I know the movie supposedly is really fucking good, but it takes place in the past. And season 2 takes place in the past as well.
Yes.
It takes place right after Zero,
Right after,
the
yeah.
movie Zero.
Right
It takes
after
place
the,
right after that. So
yep. And it is the entire story of Gojo, Sensei Gojo, and his growing up as a Jujutsu Kaisen student before he becomes a full-fledged sorcerer that we see in season 1.
yeah. So it's funny how there's a lot of like they gave us what the present is now, and then
Yes.
they go backwards. I'm like, that is smart.
That is smart. It
Incredible.
is.
I'm like, yo, because now we know like why everything happened in season 1, the situation that's happening there. Like
Yes.
why the bad guy's doing what he's doing and stuff like that. Where he came from. Who are these other characters? Why are they interacting with him differently than everyone else? Again,
Yes.
Gojo, you know.
Yeah.
So
And
like,
now we're gonna
why are
why
they
is
scared of him and shit? Like, yeah,
why is he so much stronger than every other sorcerer that we already know? Why is he very confident and cocky as he is that we know of, which has to stem from somewhere, right? Every time we see a character so cocky like this, it normally comes from a root of
lost or
darkness or loss.
yeah,
Yes, like you
like
said.
crazy lost. Yeah, good example would be fucking from Naruto. Fucking what is it? I'm trying to remember the name, dude.
You mean
Help me.
Naruto himself?
No, I mean him too.
Yeah, he's
But
very cocky and everything so
yeah, I
much,
mean that
but
comes
it's
from
literally
like
because
extreme loss. Yeah, of
growing
course.
up, no parents, no friends, the whole village is against him.
Yeah, is a good example, I guess. Perfect, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Who are you thinking about?
no, I don't
Killer
know.
B?
So many everyone Sasuke too. Like fuck him, but he was not cocky though.
Yeah,
I
he
mean, he
wasn't
was cocky
cocky.
technically speaking,
Mhm.
but he was arrogant though at the
Yeah.
same time. Um, but yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 coming this spring.
Yes.
On top of that, dude, oh my god, talk about like that. That's just the steak, bro. Then we get dessert coming down, dude. We get the dessert, but the dessert comes first before the steak, unfortunately, in this sense, because we are getting Demon Slayer season 3 Swordsmith Village arc coming literally what is it, April
April
20
9th. So by the
April 9th,
time we
literally.
post this episode on a Friday, the upcoming Monday, we hear about this. We get to see episode 1 of Demon Slayer.
But yes, that is fucking hype, dude. I know people complain. I know a lot of fucking people complain that the story's basic as shit. But bro, who the fuck cares? Because Demon Slayer, in my opinion, one, it is an intro anime. That I give it to it. People
Yes.
like, all right, yes, it is an intro one for sure. But man, if you're not there for the actual animation, bro, you're fucking losing out. Because the animation has been incredible, dude. Especially in the last 3 episodes of fucking the entertainment district, dude.
Yes.
Holy fucking shit. Their budget was infinite. You get me? They didn't give a fuck about the money.
They
Like,
said,
throw it,
what
bro.
what budget?
Yeah, what budget,
What
bro?
budget?
We don't.
put,
That doesn't happen here.
put it on my card.
Yeah, put it on my card. I'll pay for it later.
Literally,
And they
like,
did. It's right.
yeah. Like you said, weirdly enough, Demon Slayer, like you said, it is an intro anime, but for being such an intro anime, on this technically put it on the same level as Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood
Oh, those aren't intro. And I mean, yeah.
and Death Note.
Death Note is more of an intro one.
They're both intro animes.
Yeah, there's some animes that are hard to get into because you have to. Excuse me. You have to have like a Big brain to understand for some.
Well, that's the thing though. With Full Metal Alchemist, you really don't need that. It is another one where
The story is easy to pick up.
it at first it's easy to pick up, right? And then you get to a point where you are hooked, and then the rest just becomes smooth sailing. It's weird, but that is how Full Metal Alchemist works. Um, but yes, it is an intro anime, but like we said, visually, it has for a starter anime to be this visually appealing with this much of a budget is incredible.
It's up to the point where I feel bad for the people who actually watch this for their first time as their first animes, dude. Because then they watch every other anime as shit.
Literally.
Like, what the hell happened, dude? Where's the actual graphics, dude?
Well, imagine this is an intro anime for like an action type of anime,
Oh, that's true.
and then you watch like a sports anime like Haikyuu,
Oh, like you. Yeah.
and then you're just like,
What happened?
what? What am I watching? Because there are so many genres to the anime umbrella.
It's stupid how many there is.
So imagine like, oh, another intro anime, and it's Food Wars.
Food Wars.
And you're just like,
That's a good
what?
intro. I mean, Food War is like one of those shows that you don't want to watch. You want to watch by yourself, though.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to be with family to watch that one for several reasons.
But I'm saying like it's such a weird thing to put as a beginner anime. But
Oh, it
it's again, like we said, so visually appealing. Yes, the story wise, it could be better, but it's not fully childish or fully bad where it
Oh
can't
no, it's like a grown up thing. You get me?
Yes.
Like, I'm not saying it's like oh, like you have to be, you know, a 6-year-old can understand this. Like, no, it's not that simple either. You get me?
Yeah.
Like it's still an anime you gotta pay attention. And by like when we talk about intro, we're talking about like someone who's like wants to get into anime and they want to watch something like that's actually, you know, captivating, something simple that they could like grasp pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And they explain it pretty often.
Yeah.
Demon Slayer, the first season, in my opinion, does it pretty well. It's a little slow paced in the beginning, but that's good.
Yeah.
Because you want people to like visualize the situation that's happening.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's like a perfect example.
I mean, like you said, perfect example is your older sister. Your older sister does not watch anime,
Not at
but
all.
she was so hooked into Demon Slayer.
Yeah. When I told her that when we watched that second season, dude, forget about it, dude. He was like, "Oh my god, what is?" He was like, "Yo." Yeah.
I'm so excited for both of these. I'm super excited. Like you said, we still need to watch Jujutsu Kaisen 0, which I think I might do tonight. Even though I said this before, I'm gonna do it tonight.
I think I might do it tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night?
Yeah. If there's nothing to do, I'm definitely gonna watch that tomorrow night. If it's on Crunchyroll, because if it's not, then I'm gonna.
I think it is on Crunchyroll still.
Yeah. But dude,
it should be.
Demon Slayer, bro. Every Monday night, my ass is gonna be waiting for that shit.
Oh, I know.
Either that or Tuesday mornings are gonna be even more lit before resets.
Yeah, and then I know it's not on here, but I'm pretty sure there was a thing with like My Hero Academia has also got announced for their next upcoming season 7,
that's for
I believe.
fall, right?
I believe it's for fall.
Yeah, My Hero is definitely for fall. I think it's the second part of season 6 or it's season 7.
It's on. From what I'm seeing right now on Crunchyroll, it is on season 6.
It's on season 6 now, but
yeah,
I don't know if they split season 6 in half, like you know how they do for what is it called, Attack on Titan.
Oh, okay. But Attack on Titan has been on its final season for like 5 seasons now.
Yeah.
For like 5 seasons. So that's going to be an interesting one. And I believe Spy Family also got announced for season 2 as well, which has also been
next year.
That's another one for next year, but it's also another really great beginner anime as well, which also
talk about beginners. That is a good beginner one for sure.
Which is also very visually appealing as well. So yeah, I mean, A lot is going on. So a lot is going on.
So
And
this is
yes,
not the one
Jujutsu
I'm about to
Kaisen.
say.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, Jujutsu Kaisen Zero is on Crunchyroll.
Perfect.
For some
Another
reason, they have it
wonderful.
on. Sorry, for
Yeah.
some reason they do have it listed under like season 34.
Hope is the languages and shit. That's why.
Probably.
Um, but I know an anime that's getting a season 4 that I don't know that recently just got a movie. That's not a beginner anime, honestly, because that's one of those that you got to pay attention to pretty closely, and it gets more and more complex. You can't really just dive in whenever.
Uh-huh.
Is the time I became a slime.
Oh,
You know
that's
that?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's getting a new season as well. They announced it after the launch of the movie. In the movie, I don't know if, I don't think it's in Crunchyroll yet. I'm definitely waiting for it. I'm
Hmm.
definitely hyped for that because I'm a big fan of
Oh,
that
100%.
series because it's a really good series that I
It
follow.
is.
So
Yeah. I know that's one of those animes that starts off as comedic and lighthearted, and then it starts taking like its darker twists and turns,
it's
right?
like Overlord.
Overlord. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot to take in for anime. We always
Dude,
have a whole
anime's
bunch for
hype as
anime.
fuck, dude. Dude, and the people who so let me put their drinks down, right? Be serious for this. Not a lot of people like to talk shit that like grown ups watch anime and shit like that. My opinion, like, why not though, right? I
Hmm.
think some of these stories are more captivating than dramas.
They
Like,
are.
what are you gonna tell me? You're gonna tell me you watching Housewives of fucking Florida are more entertaining than some of these captivating stories? Like, no, bitch. I'm sorry, they're not more interesting than these
Yeah.
stories. And whoever tells you that are fucking wrong.
Yeah. Well, not all of them. It depends, right? Everyone has their own flavor on like what they like to
Oh, you got your
watch.
opinion, but I'm saying it's wrong.
Okay. Okay.
That's just my ignorant ass. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
That's fine. Um, I mean, but you're right. I mean, like, look, we were just talking about how like I just recently got HBO Max. I completely binge watched White Lotus, which I'm happy with. I enjoyed it. It's a fun show. Um, but even like directly right after that, I am currently binge watching Steven Universe
Mm.
and have even shoved in a couple of Studio Ghibli films that I've rewatched.
Classic, dude. Talk about
Classic.
anime perfection, dude.
Oh, I did not realize like we watched those films as kids, but there
But
are
now seeing as
so
adults,
many
dude, it is like,
adult tones to those films.
dude, you embrace those movies so much differently now that you comprehend a lot more. You
A
get me?
100%.
You appreciate like the movies a little bit more.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. I finished Spirited Away and I shed a tear.
Oh, yo, me too. Me too. I was like, yo, like, damn, I don't remember this movie being this fucking
For
good, bro.
real.
Like, goddamn, bro, making a grown ass man fucking tear up, bro. So fucking good.
Which is so dumb because it's like it's not a sad ending for you to cry
No, it's
on,
not.
and
It's
it's
not.
not a super happy ending. Like, yeah, she made it out. Why the hell am I crying? Like, why am I crying?
Dude, it's just the tone, the pacing, the
Exactly.
story, the it's just everything, dude.
The music alone is so captivating on all Studio Ghibli films.
And I don't know if you noticed in these movies too. I know we're kind of running out of time a little bit,
Yeah.
but in these movies, they give you a moment where something crazy happens and then they pan out to like um just random visual of like fields or forests and whatnot
Oh
where you
yeah.
can like take in what you just witnessed. You get me?
Exactly. Yeah.
It gives you that moment of breath of breathing to take in what to like exhale what you just saw.
Yes.
Like you get me?
Yeah.
Like it's amazing, dude.
And it's not even that. It's just there are so many small details that you don't think about, but they take them. And for old films that Studio Ghibli is, they take them. Like there's literally a part in Spirited Away when Chihiro it like walks back into the bathhouse, like she runs back in, but if you pay attention to her feet, they show how dirty her feet are from under, because in Asian culture, you're walking barefoot inside of these houses until you walk out. So it shows how, they're cleaning, but her feet are still dirty. Right? And it's like little details like that. Like, most were just like, okay, she's running away, same color bare feet.
Yeah, you're gonna make me want to go watch these movies again, bro.
Like, they're so good. Like, as an adult now, like, they're so good. And I already told you my tattoo idea that I kind of want to do for it.
Yeah, dude, you might convince me to get one too, bro. Fuck me,
No, that's my. Oh well, if it's something else,
different one. No, it wouldn't be that. What you said. No, what you got is yours, dude.
Yeah,
I had something else in mind from one movie that you haven't watched yet that I want. So,
oh gosh, which one?
My Neighbor.
Oh, My Neighbor Totoro. And yeah, that's my next one. Right now, I'm finishing.
I almost wholesome as fuck. That was cool.
Right now, I'm finishing Princess Mononoke. So,
yeah, that one's a little bit more serious tone, but it's good.
Oh yeah. But yes. Besides that, anything else you want to add, Leche?
Nah, dude. I just like to say anime's great.
We're just gonna get a shirt. Anime's great.
Yeah, simple as that. Dude. Anime's great.
All right then. So where can people find you, dude?
People can find me on Instagram at Leche, or you guys can follow me on Twitch at TechnoFreak95. And how about you, Tito?
I am also on Instagram at 1alphapenguin. I'm also on Twitch at twitch.tv/1alphapenguin. You guys can follow the podcast at takeasip_pod, and even go to the YouTube channel where we post all of these episodes and you guys can hear from over there. YouTube.com/takeasip. As always, the logo that you see on the Instagram is the same throughout all the social medias, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, I believe even on Amazon Podcasts and Google Pods, or all those other weird things. It's been a while. I'm forgetting my outro. But yes, youtube.com/takeasip. Follow us, like us, comment, share, subscribe. Please share it to other people who might enjoy hearing us nerd out and might agree or disagree with our opinions. Because like we said, we play a lot of devil's advocates here when we talk about these shows and films.
One thing I want to say, if someone wants to fight with us to say why anime is not great, I want to hear it, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, we might start posting some stuff where it's strictly our opinion and you can argue with us in the comments. I'm down to fight in the comments. Throw hands. Throw hands. But as always, thank you guys so much for listening. Drink some water, stay safe, and we will see you all next week, hopefully. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, guys.